to be a very good trader is you have to know how to follow the money. Okay, so today's topic we're going to talk about is what to do when you hit an iceberg order in the stock market. Now, what the hell is an iceberg order? Well, I came up with that word about 20 years ago, I guess, when the movie The Titanic came out. And we all know the story of the Titanic. If you don't, definitely it's a sad story. You should definitely watch it. Beautiful ship, crash into an iceberg. All those great, wonderful people are on there, and pretty much all of them died because they were more concerned about the beauty of the ship than worry about the technology to save people out there, and didn't realize that it's not what's on top of the water, it's what's on the bottom of water. And a lot of you are always focused on the top number. You never, ever, ever focused on the bottom. And I'm going to change your life right now and show you how to do it. Now, for some of you that maybe this is your first time, I'm telling you, you're going to be very overwhelmed. Maybe it's your second and third. You're going to like this because we changed some of the slides, because sometimes it needs to sink in a little bit before you get it. But before we get started, everybody, just let you know, just a quick little risk disclosure to all of you. Past results vary from student to student. We're not going to make any promises, no guarantees, and you can lose all your money in trading. And I will put the fear in God from you, to let you know that. So I don't want to be held responsible. This is strictly educational purposes only. Okay, so please be responsible. All right, so this is what we're going to learn today. Okay, we're going to talk about to determine if a stock is what we call tradable. What that means is, can you get in? Can you get out? We're going to talk about something that some of you may have never heard of, is level 3. What are ECN books? We're also going to cover level 4, which some of you are like, wait a minute, I didn't even know there was even such a thing. You wait till you see it; it's going to blow your socks off. We're also going to talk about tape reading. I'm an actual tape reader. If you read any of the books, they try to teach it. I'm going to teach you the basic of how to do it. I actually was one of the founders who helped tape reading to come to fruition in today's markets. And the best progress to be a full-time trader and also maybe a part-time trader. Okay, and that's the beauty of what we're going to do. But before we get started, like I said, I always like to introduce myself. I don't know if anyone ever did their homework, which I always recommend you to do. I am one of the original day traders of today's markets. When I started when I was at 22. I just turned 50 this year, and I do this and I love it. Nothing really changes. And for being around that long in this industry is unheard of. I've been regular guests of some of the biggest programs all over the world. And the big thing that these people, which you're going to realize, that you have to learn how to trade today's markets. And that's where people get themselves in trouble. Now, over the years, I've written books. You could read them. They're great books. But the problem with books is they don't talk back to you. And that's the issue that people get in trouble with. But I'm here today to kind of teach you the art of trading. Now, some of you are out there using indicators, you're using software, alert services, you name it, but do you ever think that learning from a true trader, a market maker like myself, the people you see on TV, well, what you're going to see is that you've been making things more complicated than what it is. How do I know? Because I was one of them. I was an ignorant, young kid, back in the day, and I didn't think I needed anyone to teach me. I didn't want to take a job. Now, I assume a lot of us are a lot older than 22 years old in here. Because you are, that means you're in college, okay? But back then, I didn't have that opportunity to go out there and have that luxury of getting mentored that way. I had to go work at it. And unfortunately for me, I live here in New York. It's the financial capital of the world. And I was trained by some of the best traders in the world. Now, here's my parents. My mom and dad are immigrated from Italy, and I'm first generation Italian. And one thing my dad always taught me is that you hang out with troublemakers, you're going to become a troublemaker. I says, no, Dad, I don't want to be a troublemaker. I want to be rich, like everyone here in America. He says, want to be rich? You hang out with rich people, okay? He goes, what do you like to do? I said, well, I'm here in New York. It looks like a lot of people trade. He says, what you do is you do everything you can to get a job and make sure you work for some of the best people in the industry. I don't care what it costs you. I don't care if you work for free, whatever it is. But things take time, and you got to learn from the best. Now, obviously, being an ignorant 22-year-old kid, I didn't want to listen to my dad. I says, you know what? I didn't want to commute to the city and go back and forth and go out there. And let me tell you, I blew up an account, and then I said, you know what? I don't want to tell my dad I lost the money back then. So I finally did take a job. And let me tell you something. What I've learned on the first day on the job, I should have never, ever, ever made my first trade. And what you're going to see here is that you're going to see that you've been making things so damn complicated that you've been trading backwards. Now, let me tell you a little bit more about my history. I love what I do. I've been married for almost 23 years. I have three wonderful boys, Alex, Lucas, and Max, my wife, Debbie. And then I have a second family, which is my traders. And I really hopefully going to be able to get some of you. I know some of you here also. And I hope that I can make some of you part of my family, because I don't trade all day long. And I think that's the reason why I have a good relationship, with my family. I could do things with them. I could provide for them. And I know that you want to do the same, especially after what happened with COVID. And let me tell you, with COVID that happened, I think everyone's starting to realize I don't need to go back to the old job. Or maybe some of you got laid off and be like, you know what? They don't want to take me back because maybe I'm too old. Maybe they found somebody cheaper. You know what? The hell with them. There is a reason why people hate people in the stock market, people like me and like you, because we do so well. You know what I mean? And some of you why? Some of you might not be doing well. Well, I'm going to show you how to do it the right way. Now, we're going to talk about fake orders, live orders, dark pools, algorithms, high frequency trades, all that good stuff. And, with that said, we'll take care of that. But now that you know a little bit about me, I want to get to know a little bit about you, everybody. Can everybody just put in the chat, let me know how long you've been, actually, do I have a poll here? Let me see if I have that poll question here. No, actually, how long you guys, yeah, right here we go. I got it. So how long you guys been trading for? Are you brand new, less than a year, 1 year, 3 years? Just get an idea how long you guys been trading. I love polls, and you should like it too. And don't be shy. I mean, guys, go out, fellow traders. Feel free to click on it and tell me how we are, because I want to see how everybody is. Okay, so I'm going to share this poll, and you could see that we got some brand new traders. You could see everybody. We even got 10 years in traders. By the way, great traders never stop learning. Okay, I learn something new, if not every day, once a week, whatever it is. You always want to have that edge. So the big thing is this. One last other question. Okay, this is going to answer the question. Let me see. What kind of trader are you? Okay, this is my next question. Are you a stock trader, options trader, futures, forex? Let me see what you guys do. An investor. Okay. Let's see you guys answer this. Now, I'm a stock trader. I don't know, call me biased. I live here in New York, but I'll be honest with you. When I turn on the TV, okay, what do I see them talking about? The stock market. Anybody watch the Super Bowl? What'd you see on TV? Oh, what do you know? E-Trade was there again, right? Stock market. What's the second biggest thing, which I did not put up there, which I need to? Cryptocurrency, okay? Now, I know we have some options and futures and forex, but let me just give just a little advice before we move forward. If any of you guys are trading other markets and you're not making money within, I don't know, 60 to 90 days, there's two reasons why. Number one, you probably have a terrible mentor or guru, or two, it's not for you. So you might need to start changing. I know you might like the leverage and the tax purposes and stuff, but let me just tell you, you're looking to do this for the rest of your life. And I know any business owners out there, any people that work for somebody, if you work with somebody for three months and they're not getting it, number one, they're going to probably put you in danger, get you in trouble, and you're just a waste of money. So stop wasting your money, which is your time, and go from there. And that is something that I want to teach you before we move forward. So let's begin. This week, what I want to do is I want to invite all of you into my professional online trading room at the end of this presentation. But I don't want to waste your time. I don't want you to waste my time. And I don't want to waste my staff's time when they're going to call you and help you walk you through it. So you really need to pay attention what I'm about to teach you, because every one of you, I'm going to invite into trading room, and everything that we do, we practice what we preach. Now, I can't teach you how to make money in the next 30 minutes, but I could definitely make you drool, or I can maybe change your mind and maybe go back to your old job. All right. But everything you see, this is the original trading room that I started 25 years ago. You're seeing a lot of trading rooms opening up. Where do you think they learned it from? And here's your opportunity to get the original one. So let's talk about a stock that we traded. Actually, it was just even today. Did you guys see the stock Space today? Anyone see SPCE? All right, so let me just get my animation here. So this stock right here, it was a great trade today, right? Ari, let me just put that in Ari so everybody could see that. Ari just posted that. All right, so you could see the stock here at 9:45, which is about 9:30. You could see that this is our watch list, okay? And you can see we had Space. We had a couple of stocks in there in pre-market. Now, we do a lot of pre-market trading. Now, every one of you here that registers, you're going to get alerts. You're going to get access to that alert. And we are actually broadcast live every morning at 9 a.m. on YouTube. And then if you follow us on Twitter, we also post those up on Twitter if you want to backtrack us, okay? So this stock, we found it in pre-market. You could see it right before anyone even saw it. The stock after 9 o'clock, 9:30, it ran from $8 all the way up, roughly around 10.80. And what was it, about 12 o'clock? So let's just say you showed up at 11, right? And it was at 9.80. You know what? An hour later, you still made $1, 1,000 shares, $1,000. Nice $250,000 salary. Ever thought about that? So great traders, we don't have to kill it. We don't have to make a fortune, but these are the things that we look for. Now, some of you might be going back like, oh, I heard Facebook got crushed. What's Apple doing? Oh, I can't afford Apple. Let me do Apple options. Oh, I just bought a Tesla. Listen, understand something, and this has to get through your head. You are here to trade the market for one reason and one reason only, and that is to make money. Every day is a different trading adventure. You can't think you could trade that stock every day, because you can't. Sometimes they don't move. All right. There are things out there that will give you less risk with more reward. So how do you find stocks like Space before they even open? That's, I think, the next question. And Keith, how do you pre-market trade? Can I do this options in pre-market? Keith, yes, you can. And that's why at the end of this presentation, you need to register, and I'll show it to you how we do that. But that's an excellent question. And just put that so everybody can read. All right. So how do we find stocks like Space? Well, listen, there's no big secret. Okay. There's no big secret. We actually trade and we work through something called the big percentage gainers and losers list. I don't care what Space does. I mean, I know what Space does, and I know some of you are like, oh, that stock is garbage. It was $60 last year. It does not matter. Day traders, we focus on just making our days pay. We get to sleep at night. We don't have to kill it. We don't work all day. Sometimes we don't work all week. Okay. But sometimes you don't need to kill it to make a fortune. But where do we find them? We look for stocks that have good volatility in them. What volatility means is the stock has a lot of action. It goes up, it goes down. It's got a good big percentage gainer or loser. Just like you can see stocks like 80%, 64%, 21%. You can even go short stocks that are down 53%, 49%. You like trade options? There you go. You go short the stock. Now, why are you buying and selling these stocks? Okay. We buy and sell them for one reason and one reason only. It's not news. It's not indicators. It's not a tip of a friend. fundamental analyst. That's not the reason why we do that. We do it to make money. Now, how do we know which one to trade? That's what we're going to talk about when you come in my trading room. We'll show you exactly how we find them and how to basically weed out all the junk and get the right one that's going to give you the least amount of risk with the high amount of reward. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is, okay, now we found this stock. Now, the question you're probably going to be asking is, how do you know it's going to go up? When do you know it's going to go down? Now, does anybody here have something called level 2? Anybody here use level 2 quotes? Just could put it in the chat. Yes, a lot. Okay, it looks like a lot of you do. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to do a poll. And my poll is this. Do you have level 3 quotes? Let me see if you guys have level 3 quotes, which we're going to talk about next. In other words, it's called total view. All right, listen, Bill, Michael, John, Leslie, don't be shy. Answer the question. It's a poll question. Listen, if you don't answer the question, you can never know. If you don't know what it even is, just say no. Or that's why I put not sure there. Okay. All right. So let me share the results so you can see how many of you really don't have it and not sure. Okay. It's time to pay attention. Okay. Because what you're about to see, like I told you when we started, it's going to get very, very disturbing. And you're going to be really upset at yourself because you're going to realize that trading is not as complicated than you make it. The hardest thing about trading is the greed and the discipline. That's really when it comes down to it. So let's talk about what we got going on right here. We are looking at something called Nasdaq Book Viewer. Now, when you log out of this presentation, you'll see I've been a regular guest at Nasdaq teaching how to trade on Nasdaq. Forget about the analysts and picks and this. Nasdaq, you got to even know just how to drive the car. Going on a racetrack is irrelevant if you don't even know how to put the key in the ignition. And that's what we're going to talk about. Now, just to let you know, I was actually one of the beta developers that helped build this platform. If you ever heard of the SOS Bandits, I'm actually one of the original SOS Bandits that started, okay? Which means the original day traders. Now, what you're seeing right here is what the stock is trading at the exchange, okay? This is the exchange of the Nasdaq. Now, we're looking at a stock, what is this? Norwegian Cruise Line, okay? That's the symbol, NCHL. Now, let me just get my crayons out here. So what you got over here on the left, these are buyers and these are sellers, okay? Buyers are support, sellers make resistance. So if you want to buy the stock, you'll be on the left. If you want to sell the stock at the market, you'll be on the right. You got 3 columns, okay? Whoever wants to buy the stock for the most amount of money is up on top. Whoever wants to buy for less money, it's down at the bottom. So in other words, this is like a big chat room. And you're seeing every order around the entire world, who wants to buy it and who wants to sell it. It's as simple as that. Think about this. You have a seat on the exchange. Okay, you can never have this access. When I did it, you had to be licensed. You don't have to be licensed anymore to get access to this data. So that's why when you notice you watch like CNBC and they're broadcasting their station on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, you don't. If I could show you a picture, an old picture, you could even walk. You were like this. Okay, there's nobody there anymore. Everything is electronic. Okay, that's basically what you have right there. Now, what we have is also you get to see the price they want to buy for, the amount of shares, and how many different people are out there, meaning how many orders. So, and the same thing on the ask. Whoever wants to sell their shares for the least amount of money, whoever wants to Sell it for more money's down at the bottom. This is the price they want to sell it. This is how many shares they want to sell. And this is how many orders out there. So think about this. You are seeing the raw data of every order that's out there that is trading Norwegian Cruise Line. If that does not convince you that you've been trading blind this whole time, then I don't know what is. Regarding about options, let me just make a comment about options, okay? What makes an option move? What makes an option move? Can anybody answer that question? Exactly. It's the movement of the stock. If you don't even know how to trade the stock, how the hell you know what option to trade, right? Think about it. You're doing things backwards. Trading a stock is black and white, okay? When you trade options, you're dealing with rainbows. You're dealing with the Crayola crayons. And there's so many ways of doing it. And don't be trading options as a poor man playing a rich man's game. All right. There's a reason you first have to learn to trade the stock, and then you trade the option. And that is a big mistake because that's a very big failure rate. Now, and yes, and to get back to your question, yes, you can trade options with this platform. Now, you have to understand something. A lot of you know that the way stocks go up and down is due to buyers and sellers. A lot of you here are focused on what's called support and resistance. Now, you have to understand something. You cannot have a support level without the buyers out there. You cannot have a resistance level without the sellers out there. So think about that for a second. I just eliminated every single indicator out there. Because just because an indicator says there's support, those supports get broken all the time. And how they get broken? Well, maybe the buyer that you were looking at right here was not there for 180,000 shares, because that's why the stock went up. Not because of some indicator, you know what I mean? It's because of that big buyer out there. That's what makes support levels. Let's look at another example. What makes a resistance level? Sellers. If you don't have the sellers, the resistance does not exist. Here you have a stock that went from 460 all the way up to 620. Don't you want to have a game plan to know where to get out? The only way you can have a game plan is you got to know where everybody else on the street. You ever heard of the Main Street and Wall Street? Well, you got to find out where those people are. The institutions, the high frequency trades, the algorithms, the Goldman Sachs, the Merrill Lynch's, okay, the Fausto Puglieses, the cyber traders, not you. You got to see, okay, the reason why it's going down is because on the sell order, the 2,000 share seller, that's a lot, 6,000, but you got a 42,000 share seller. It's literally almost 10 times more the average, maybe 20 times more. There are people looking to buy and sell it at every single price level, every penny. And I know some people look at this, the first thing they think is it's a lot of numbers, it's confusing. Yeah, but guess what? 95% of it's all garbage anyway, right? I don't care about this 94 buyer seller. I don't care about this 34 share seller. I damn well better make sure I know that there's a 42,000 share seller, because if I didn't see him and I didn't get out, guess what? Stock goes from 620 all the way down to 580. Let's go over a couple examples. All right. AMC. Everybody knows AMC, one of the meme stocks. All right. So let's look at AMC. What does AMC tell you? Is this stock going up or going down? Actually, let's do a poll. Okay, let's do a poll right here. Can you guys tell me, looking at AMC, is it going up or down? What do you think? It's not a really difficult question. If you get this wrong, you should quit trading. I'm just being honest. All right. So we're going to stop it, and we're going to share the results. And you could see that over 95% of you said it's going to go down. 6% of you said it's going to go up. I don't know why. First of all, what makes you think the stock's going up? Okay, I don't know why you make it's going up, but honestly, let's see if you were right. Answer is you're wrong. Whoever said it was going down, you're absolutely right. And if you said it was going up, I'll be honest with you, I would quit trading. Because two things it's telling me. Number one, unless you're trying to be cute, one thing. Number two, if you really thought it was going, if you really think it was going up, you should quit trading, because I don't know what made you think it was going up, honestly. So let's go to the next question. You clicked the wrong button? Okay, all right. That's what I'm saying. Let's go to the next question. Do you ever own a stock? Things going down. You're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Do I get out? Do I sell it? What do we need for the stock to stop going down? What's your answer? What do we need? Thank you very much, Don, Robert, Bill, Ari. Buyers. We need buyers. Do you see buyers on a chart? I don't see any buyers on a chart. Do you see buyers out your window? Do you see buyers on some chat room? No. You got to go right to the exchange. Okay, so let's go right to Nasdaq. What's going on, Nasdaq? Tell me. Oh, what do you know? There's an 80,000 share buyer at 1950. Interesting. It's a hell of a lot more than 7 shares. Hell of a lot more than 20. I think 80. 80,000 shares of a $20 stock was looking to be bought. Wow. Okay. That's a lot of shares. What do you think is going to happen when we get down to 1950? Doug, we didn't get there yet. We didn't get there yet. Doug says, but they could move their order, right? Well, if you got 4 people in cahoots with each other, okay. And let me get to your question, Doug, because I always get people always ask me, oh, they can cancel. How we know these are real orders? First of all, if you think you're dealing with a bunch of liars and people that are trying to steal from you and snake you, what are you doing in this business? What are you doing here? Okay, I'm exposing you how to get access to the institutions, because that's what I did. That's how I learned. Okay, I'm not like everyone else. There's a reason why Cyber Trade University has been endorsed by some of the biggest brokerage firms in the industry: TradeStation, Thinkorswim, Tastyworks, Charles Schwab. No, I can almost bet anyone here that if you ever took a mentor, not one of them could say that for doing it for 25 years, because I was a market maker. Believe me, they do their compliance does background checks on us. All right. And the reason why they have us educate for them is because they know if we could teach you how to be successful, you're going to be a client of theirs forever. They don't want to lose your money. They don't want you to blow up your account. As much as you might not think they are trading against you, which some of them are, and we're going to talk about that in our trading room. You got to wait for that. But at the end of the day, that's a real order. Okay. Now, look what happened. We got here to AMC. The stock came all the way down. You could see here from 2040, came there, and each one of these candlesticks are 1 minute bars. 1, 2, 3, just kept hitting. Stock never went down. Look what happened. It went from that 1950 and went right to 1980. You know what? 30 cents, 1,000 shares, $300, $100,000 salary. I'm not telling you to kill it. Listen, I'm not the person that you'll watch on YouTube and is going to put and say, hey, I'm $1 million producer. Hey, look at this. Listen, for someone to make that much money, how much money you have to risk and lose? Some of us just want to make a day's pay. We're not here to make you hit lotto. We just want you to make a living. And that's the kind of trader I was. And to make that amount of points is a lot. Let's go back and look at a stock called BKKT that we recommended to today. Look at the stock, how it went from 590 all the way to 660. All right. Beautiful run up. Gorgeous. Stock's going higher, right? What do you think is going to happen when you get up to 100,000 share seller at $7.25, fellow traders. What do you think is going to happen? Exactly. I could tell you one thing. I don't want to hold it when it gets to that 27, that 17.20, because guess what? If I had the stock to $6 and I'm coming up to a seller right now at 725, 100,000 shares, I think I want to get out. Wouldn't you think? And guess what? It's exactly what happens. But does the chart show you that? No, it doesn't. The only thing that would show you that is the orders, okay? And you know what? If you didn't get out, now you're on a downslope. Let me ask everybody another dumb question. Well, I don't know if it's really a dumb question, but do you ever notice sometimes you buy a stock and as soon as you buy it, right, the thing goes down. As soon as you sell it, it goes up. You like think that these people are watching you or trading against you. Brad, it happens to you all the time? All the time? Let me just try to clarify this. They're not watching you. You are not watching them. What you're doing is you keep focusing on the past. You're not looking at the future. You're not looking at those future orders. And let me tell you, at the end of this presentation, I'm going to bring you in the trading room for 1 week, and you're going to see this happen all day. And you don't got to be there all day. You don't got to be there for the all day. I know some of you work, okay? Maybe you got a doctor's appointment. Maybe you're going on vacation. I don't know. But you give me 1 hour in the trading room live in the morning or the hour in the close, you're going to see everything that happens, just what I'm showing you. So these are what we call iceberg orders. These big block orders that we're looking at, these 100,000 share sellers, these $500,000 sellers, these are called these big block orders that you need to be aware of, because that is going to sink your ship. In other words, that's going to blow up your account. And if you don't see them out there and be prepared and look forward and stop looking behind, which is what an indicator is doing, you got to look forward on the front of the boat, not the back. That's what's going to make you a better trader. So you're basically seeing level 3. Now, fasten your seatbelts. Wait till you see level 4, which some of you probably have never seen. And when you come in our trading room, this is going to blow your socks off. This right here is a aggregate of multiple ECNs out there. You've just seen one exchange. Do you know there's other exchanges? There's the New York Stock Exchange. There's an EDX exchange. There's about 5 or 6 other exchanges. So this platform combines all of them so you can see all those orders out there from every single exchange. And what it does is it puts it on a heat map, okay? So you want me to close the box? Okay, there you go. Does that help you out, Mohammed? All right. Want me to close the survey box. So look what happens here. This stock was going up, right? And we just saw the order. But if you notice here on the right, do you notice this guy from 9:30 in the morning has been out there this whole time? And there he is right there. Let me just show you right here. Here he is. And you see how it got darker, the red? That's telling me that the trader kept adding to it, okay? He was adding to that order. So he might have maybe had 20,000 and he probably raised to 50. And when he got around here, he probably added 100. And that's what really pushed the stock down. So you could have seen it happen as it was progressing. Now, let's look at this stock, Pfizer. All right. So where is the big resistance levels on Pfizer? Can anybody tell me? Where do you think resistance levels on Pfizer? Exactly, 60 cents, $60. You got a 56,000 share seller out there, okay? Pfizer bounces right off 60. Now remember, he was 58,000 right here, right? Guess what? As we got closer, the guy added to it. Now we got 291,000 shares out there. So you can't see that because some of you will look at those numbers And you might say, well, it moves too fast. I saw it. Maybe, I had level 2. I didn't understand it. Well, this will help simplify it. Okay. What you're looking at is you're having a heat map that's showing you the future, not the past. Now, it gets even better. You see this little green ball? That guy got executed. Someone actually bought it. You know what? Resistance levels can be broken. And you know that, and I know that. That is a lot of shares. And guess what? It broke it, someone bought it, and it ran from 60 back to 61. And now it's testing another big seller out there for 58,000 and 25,000. So it's all about knowing that if you broke a resistance levels, your next question you always ask, okay, wow, it broke it. Where's the next resistance? Well, very simple. Where's the next biggest sellers? And that's where we went to. All right, let's see a stock that's making what's called a lower low. All right. Here's a stock right here. You could see buyers out there. Buyer got executed, hit another low. Buyer got executed, hit another low. Now it's coming to a very big, substantial buyer that's been out there for about, I don't know, about almost 40 minutes. See how big red this bar is? There's about a 229,000. Could you let that sink in your head really quick? 229,000 shares. Have you ever seen a buyer of 229,000 shares? What would be the first thing that you would think? First of all, you probably didn't think that even exists. You probably didn't even know that that data is available to you, right? And then you look at the chart. I don't know. Do you see a 260,000 share buyer on the chart? What the hell does this tell me? I mean, it looks like it's going down, right? Well, guess what? What did I say earlier? What happens if someone actually sells it? What do you think is going to happen? Well, this is tape reading. Look at that bull right there. Now we're down from 200,000. We're actually seeing the guy get executed. That buyer is actually, little by little, someone is actually executing it. Now, do you want to own a stock that you would think was big support levels and somebody was dumping it and selling it to them? Because guess what? If you didn't see it happening here at 42 cents and you're almost at 46, if you don't hit that exit button, guess what? Stock's going down. How many times you knew you were at a support level? Oh, at a major support level, huge support level. And then you sit there like, what just happened? My MACD didn't tell me that. My RSI didn't tell me that. That told me that was pretty big. Well, did you see the orders out there getting executed? Because if you didn't, guess what? It's going down. Did the chart tell you that? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. How about this? Did a stochastic tell you that? Did a momentum tell you that? Did an RSI tell you that? Did a Bollinger Band tell you that? What the hell is this anyway? Could you believe that some of you can even read it? I don't even know what the hell is looking at right here. I'll tell you one thing. I'd rather just see if the guy got executed. You could sit there and figure this stuff all out all you want. Okay? Brian, laugh all you want, okay? Because you think this is funny. Wait till you come in the trading room. It's all about being prepared, not looking what's happening in the past and trying to figure out the blue is crossing the red and then the green is crossing the green. You know what I mean? Like, it's called the KISS method. Keep it super simple. And then some of you might be looking at a level 2 and be like, I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. This thing is trading like crazy. I know, I get it. It is very difficult to read. And you don't have to read it. You just got to use the level 3 and the level 4. Because if you're using level 2, like I don't know if I mentioned earlier, this thing's been outdated since the 90s. And look what ended up happening here. It continued to go lower. If you did not have that game plan, fellow traders, look what happened. It went to the next biggest buyer. at 14.50. And guess what? The guy got executed. When's enough's enough? Some of you are like, I don't understand. It keeps going down. Where's it going, to zero? You got to have a game plan. You see, let me tell you what we teach bigger than anyone else that will never teach you. You know what they don't teach you? How to stop losing money. You know, you always hear people talking about making money and, hey, look at me. I'm the best. I pound my chest. Look at the stock I trade. Did anyone tell you about how to control losses? Did anyone teach you how to get out of a stock and say, hey, listen, you know what? We thought it was going to look good, but after seeing what the street's doing, we're out. Nobody, right? No one teaches you that, right, Lewis? Right, Mike? Nobody. That's what makes us different, and that's why we've been doing it for so long. Because your problem is not about making money, because the winners take care of themselves. It's the losers that you all have issues with. So now what's coming up, now let's look at a bigger broad picture. This stock, from where we saw it earlier, that started around $19, has come down all the way down to $12. Oh my God, right? You're like, what do I do? So the difference is this. There's obviously buyers at every price level, and you want to have that game plan. But now we're coming up to something that's called a big buyer. There's buyers right here starting to come around $12. And he's been out there for a while. And you could see he was getting hit over and over and over and over again, okay? And it's coming up to what was a support level becomes a resistance levels. And sure enough, look what ended up happening. You can't see it on a chart, but you sure could see it here, and there was your reversal. So you have to know how to follow the money. Thank you very much, Mike. I appreciate that. You know, I'd love to share that with everybody. That's what you need to focus on, because it really stinks to own a stock at $18 and then selling it at 12 and then find out the thing goes back up to 15. You know, that you really don't want to do that. And by the way, this also works for swing trading. It also works for options trading. It also works for futures trading. It also works for cryptocurrency, okay, which is what we teach at Cybertrade University. But what I'm going to be teaching this one time is, let's talk about the stock market. Let's keep it simple. And then you can go out there and say, okay, wow, this thing makes sense. It works for that other stuff. Yeah, it does. But let's do the black and white version. Let's do the beginner stuff before you start getting advanced, because if you can't make money doing this, you're not going to make money doing it the other way. Now, did I lose anybody? Is anybody confused? Everybody following along? I could say I could, because I haven't seen not one person dropped off, you know, on the attendee list. So it really looks like a lot of you are paying attention. All right. But does that seem hard? Does that seem confusing? How do I get level 4? How do I get, you know what? I'm sorry to tell you this. I'm not going to tell you. The only way I'm going to tell you is I got to show you in my trading room, because you'll do more harm than good by going out there and me giving you the keys of the car without me teaching you how to drive it. That's one of the reasons why we put that little warning sign in the beginning, okay? This is strictly educational. But if you want me to show you how it works, let me show you in the market, okay? Now, I talked about the indicators. You could see how complicated it is. I know a lot of you out there did it. And by the way, I'm just going to do a quick poll. I'm just out of curiosity myself. And I forgot to ask this question. What kind of education you guys have? Are you self-taught, watching YouTube channels and books? Did you take any paid courses? Do you have a mentor? I'm just out of curiosity for myself. Trading is a 70% failure rate, and it's more of a 95% failure rate if you're self-taught. It really does stink. It really sucks to know that you want to get into a business that it's a very big failure rate. And the thing you have to understand is you are going to lose in trading. It's part of the game. You just got to know how to survive. Really, when it comes down to it, you have a bad day in the job. What do? You quit? Oh, the boss was a jerk. Yeah, okay, all right, it happens. Oh, I quit. Okay, you know what? Being good, successful. I'll give you an example. My son, my youngest one, is wrestling. Okay, he's undefeated. He lost his first match. He was undefeated, lost his first match. He wanted to quit. He says, "I hate it. This is the worst." I'm like, "Why? You're great at it." He's like, you know what? Because the other wrestler was better than him technique wise. My son was stronger, but technique wise, he beat him. All right. And this is what I told him. I'm glad you lost. You have to learn how to lose so you don't do it again. Your problem is that you won and you don't, and winning is bad because how do you know to keep doing it right the next time? So listen, you watched the Super Bowl. Did anyone go undefeated? It's the same thing. Trading, you're going to lose. You just have to have us teach you how to control those losses. So it's all about reading and following the orders. You could see how things are going down and not getting things make more complicated. Well, Ken, to answer your question, yes, you need to watch the levels, but what levels are there if you're not watching the orders that make those levels? You understand? Those levels are made not from some indicator. It's made by buyers and sellers. And most of you don't even know that they even existed. Some of you probably know that data is not even available. And that's what separates the way we teach people than other people do it. Because I was a market maker. That's what we did. Once again, not to bash indicators. They do work for technical, for long-term trading and investing. But if you learn how to keep things simple, you'll know why the indicator really works for your benefit. So this is what I want to do. I want to invite all of you guys to come to my trading room, okay? Because we're running out of time here. And I want you to see how we actually get into these stocks and how we use certain platforms, how the professionalism, how my instructors work, how my staff works, why we've been in business for 25 years, why we're endorsed by some of the biggest brokerage firms in the industry, why we're the most popular school and have a great reputation in the industry. This is what you need to see. But I can't teach you in an hour. I could just make you interested. So there's no better time to learn than now. Why? Listen, you see what's going on with COVID. You see what's happening with the Russians invading. Oil is at $90 a barrel. Is it going to 120? You know what? Unfortunately, catastrophes make opportunities for us traders. I know that might not sound nice, but you know what? This is my job. This is my job. I'm a fireman. I get paid very well. I get great benefits, but now there's a twin tower effect. I'm going to quit. Oh, I didn't sign up for that. This is your job. This is what makes you better and stronger. But you got to learn how to play the game because you're going to do it for the rest of your life. So I want everybody here to see us live in the market. I want you to watch us and don't judge us on our winners. I want you to judge us on our losers and how we get out of them, because that's most of everyone's biggest problem. And not only that, but don't look at me. Do not count my money. I had one person tell me right here, and one person just chatted in there, "Hey, could you show us your P&L?" No, I'm not going to show. I'll show you my P&L when you come to my trading room. Okay? And also, what the hell is my P&L going to help you make money? Don't you want to see other people's P&L? Don't you want to see how other people are trading? Because just because I'm a good trader doesn't mean I can teach you how to do it. The only way you're going to know is you got to look at the other traders. Okay? I don't have an ego. I'm 50 years old. Maybe when I was 24. All right? I don't need to show off. I got so much time on my hands. I even got my own TV show. You have a Fausto Home Living. Go on YouTube. I take care of chickens. I cook. I make flower boxes because this is not a full-time job. you know? But what I am doing is I'm looking to recruit traders I could teach. So if I'm not around, I could just jump in and say, "Hey, Fausto, we're trading. The what was the stock the other stock that we traded today that moved pretty well? There's a bunch of them that did well. Ebon, that was another one, or Space, or whatever. Oh, the stock's still running, but hey, I'm going golfing. I think the stock's got plenty of move. Go get them, Fausto. That's what I'm gonna do. And I want guys like you, Ken, Michael, Aaron, Bill, Carol. You'll see it. Now, this is what you're going to get. We start trading at 8 a.m. in the morning. We start pre-market trading at 8 o'clock. Then we do a live audio broadcast at 9 a.m. before the market even opens up. We're going to talk about what some of you already trade in pre-market, and depending on where you are in the country and the world, it might be too early, might be late, but that's okay. We'll do commentary from 9:30 to 10:30, and then we all take a break, but sometimes we'll see things in the morning. We'll still trade, but I can't talk there all day because I want to take care of my chickens, okay? And then we'll come back and we'll trade in the afternoon from 2:30 to 4 o'clock. We'll do another audio broadcast, okay? Everything is recorded. You can go on our YouTube channel if you miss any of them. Maybe you want to catch up for about 10 minutes. You can go see them now. But I want you to see it live in the market. And like I said, you don't have to be there all day. And I don't expect you to be there. You can if you want, but there are only two really good times to trade, the first hour and the last hour. And also, what we're going to give you by coming into our trading room, we're going to give every Tuesday, we do a Q&A session, Traders Talk. So we'll actually look at your journals. We'll pick somebody out, and our instructors will sit there and go over it with you and tell you, what you did and why you did it wrong, because that's really what we focus on more than anything. And not only that, but we did do some amazing changes to our cyber group room. Maybe you came a couple of years ago, but we also started an alert service. So when you get into the trading room, you'll actually download the app, and we'll start. If we see Iceberg Orders out there, you'll get pinged on it. Really cool feature. So you can log into trading room right from your phone. So you don't got to be by a computer, just in case maybe you're on the road and you're nervous about the market. Like today we have 420 points. Maybe you weren't too concerned unless you were short. But the last 2 days, you might want to see what's going on. So this is a great little feature we have offered into the cyber group room. Now, what you're going to see right here, this is what it's all for. $9. That's it. All this for $9? Are you kidding me? Yes. And I'll tell you why. We're not asking. I don't know who you are. I can let everybody in the room for free, okay? But we don't do that because I don't know where you came from. I don't know if you're a competitor, a heckler, or whatever it is. If you're serious, take the $9 out of your pocket and get all this for 1 week. And this is what you're going to get. You're going to get the trading room. You're going to get hours and hours and hours of live of recordings of videos of our classes. You're going to get 3 pro workshops. You're going to get Traders Talk library. And as a bonus, the first 20 people register, I will even give you myself. I will call you and we'll have a personal coaching class. All that for $9. And you know what? If it doesn't work out, I'll give you $9 back. I don't want you to, I have no hard feelings. Okay? Let me tell you something. I don't need the $9. All right? I am looking for traders I can make 6 figures with. But to do it right, I'm not here to sell you a class. I'm not here to sell you, the dream yet. I want you to see it firsthand. I want you to see the professionalism. I want you to see exactly how we actually train our people, how we take care of them, how we don't hide behind emails, text messages. Yeah, if you're interested, click this button and we'll talk to you. We don't do that. There's a reason why I've been in business for 25 years. There's a reason why I have a 5-star rating on Google. There's a reason why I have an A+ rating at the Better Business Bureau. Okay? I can't, this is the reason why. Money back guaranteed. Click on the link right there. For $9 lousy stinking dollars, what I showed you in 30 minutes, imagine what you'll see live in the market for a week. And that is the difference. So you got the link right there. Click on it, and we'll get you registered. Now, I'm going to read off a couple of names. There's a couple of people here that are registering. But before I do that, just to give everyone a heads up, when you register, there's going to be a Q&A really quick, like 5 questions. Please tell us about yourself. So when our education advisors, they could walk you through and at least guide you. Maybe you have a different brokerage firm. Listen, we got screen layouts for those. Maybe you want level 4. Guess what? Some brokerage firms offer it. You know, we don't know. So just like a doctor's office, we need to do your blood test first. And then we could diagnose you and tell you what you need. And let me tell you something. Don't feel bad, fellow traders. Trading's not for everybody. Okay? So let us be honest with you. And you might not like what we tell you. And you know what? That's okay. Right? Wouldn't you rather make a $9 investment than lose $9,000, $19,000, $5,000? Don't be ignorant. If you think $9 is expensive, try ignorance. So click on the link right now, get registered, and we'll get everything set up. Now, somebody brought up a very good question. What does it cost after the week? Are you going to bill us? No, we will not charge you a single penny. We are not like other companies. We're not going to scam you and lock you in with some, after $9, we're going to hit you with a $200 fee every month. And then, you know what? Sorry, you didn't call us fast. We don't play that game. Listen, I don't need the scrutiny. If you don't want to be there, you should not be locked into anything. Let us show you our professionalism. Let me teach you how to trade level 4. Let me show you've been trading blind this whole time. Let me finally teach you and say, you know what? It's time to move on from options or futures and Forex because I'm not making any money. I know you might like it, but this might be easier because you're still in the industry. Now, let me just read up a couple of people that just registered. I got a couple of people registered right here. So I want to do a couple of call outs. Mohammed, I think that was you, right? I just got your registration. Denise, I got your registration. Welcome aboard. Stephen, Grant, just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Okay. Mike, Lance, Bill, just got your registration. Great. So listen, I can only teach 20 people. Okay. So if you're not one of the 20 people that get the free coaching class with me, you'll still be able to get coached one of the instructors. I only have so much time that I can give, to kind of go out there. Well, listen, you know what, Steve? That is great. You know what? I like that. I'm going to share that. Look at Steve put in there. Steve Grant. Steve said, I like that comment. That's really nice. Steve said, most of our sales offers I see consistently talk about how much money they make and don't want don't want to. This is quite refreshing. Listen, I can't speak for somebody else. I'm not in the business to bash anybody. It's not really good business to do that, okay? But sometimes it's going to take you a few people to listen to before you find the right person, And you know what? Sometimes I tell them, some people tell me, Fausto, I spent $5,000. I spent $50,000 with Online Trading Academy, whatever it may be. I wish I found you sooner. And I said, you know what? You probably wouldn't have found me if you didn't take those classes because you knew there was something out there better. And believe me, you're going to learn something, but you got to start somewhere. And you're right, Patrick. I need the time to work on my garden and, and get that perfect box. And by the way, like I said, go check it out. You'll see. Fausto Home Living. This is the hobbies that I have. And you know what? When you get to my age, you got to have some hobbies, right? Is it fishing? If it's golfing? If it's tennis? If you like traveling. I mean, I got this wonderful family, Sean and Lisa. They have a great camper. They want to travel the country, but they still got to make money. You know what? It's not hard to do it on the road. This is what we do right here. But I think I enjoy most is I change people's lives. Okay, I've changed people's lives because they want to do this. They just didn't find the right person, and it just takes patience. Listen, this is not a get a rich quick scheme. Like I told you, you're gonna lose in trading. The thing is, you got to learn how to lose right. You got to learn how to cut your losses and run with your winners. And nobody teaches that. I talk more about losers more than anything. Okay? I don't need to pat people on the back and brag about it. That's irrelevant. We don't need the egos. What we need is, some of us are retiring, some of us grandmas and grandpas, some of us, we saw what happened with COVID. We saw what it's like to travel and the abuse of your body, just sitting in long rides or trains. I like my bubble. I like my house. I work very hard for it. I want to pay my bills. I want to give a better future for my kids. I don't like to see how my dad suffered from working from Monday to Saturday and going to church with him on Sunday, the only time I could spend with him, when he came here with $20 in their pocket. And you know what? It worked out well for him because all his kids did well. And I want to do the same thing for you. So go out there, make the investment. It's $9 lousy. If it doesn't work out, we'll give you money back. Okay? All right, fellow traders. Any last minute questions? Fausto, you look more younger with the beard. I do. Well, I'm shooting a commercial next week in Florida, so I had to shave it. But you think I should keep it? I mean, a different look, I guess. First time I had a beard, so I was more curious to know where the grays were graying. I got gray so fast. I don't know what happened. So pretty funny. Yes, you can register over the phone if you wanted to. Yes, you can. But what you can, and by the way, if you guys have any questions, listen, here's my email. Is that right? Yeah. Just email me. Listen, if you're looking for an options trade, maybe a little nervous about your brokerage firm, maybe you don't want to move forward, just email me. I answer my emails. Maybe not within right away, give me 24 hours, but send me an email. If you have any concerns or questions, let's say you don't want to do the $9 trial, maybe you're not ready yet, but maybe you're in a class right now, you want do I know the person? Listen, I know everybody, okay? So just come to me. I'd rather tell you the right way before you make that big mistake. Do we have to apply a special platform? No, you do not need anything. You don't need a software, you don't need a brokerage, nothing. All you need is $9 and an internet connection. That's it. You need to just see. You don't need to do anything. That's all. All right, Bill. I know there's a couple of people. Let me read them up out here. I didn't see you register yet, Bill. You're probably registering now. I got Charles Wilson. I got your registration. Abia. I hope I didn't mangle it. I got a terrible name too. Fausto. Keith Vaughn. I got yours. There you go. I got you registered. All right. Yeah, I see there's more coming in right here. Just please make sure you fill out that questionnaire. All right, guys, listen. I got to get ready. I hear my wife's making me a nice little dinner downstairs, some nice fresh fish. She hasn't eaten shrimp in a year. She got allergic to it. She just had it for today. So everything was safe. So I'm looking forward to it. So I'm going to go back there and eat with her. And then I'll see you all tomorrow. Now, listen, if you can't, you don't have to come tomorrow. Talk to your education advisor. Whatever is better for you when you want to start, they will start that date. So that week trial will start then. So I recommend you start right away. Hell, with everything that's going on at the market, we were up 5,000. We were up 500, down 400. You saw what was happening. You know what? There's better time. But whatever's better for you. Listen, we're not going anywhere. Okay, that's the bottom line. Aaron's got a great question. How much money you need to start trading? $9. That's it. $9. You got $9 in your pocket. That's all you need to get started to trading. $9. All right. Don't worry about that. That's all you need. Well, Pat, listen, it's great to see you again, Pat. And you know what? You could work your way up the way you're doing it. I'm just happy that you found us. You're more than welcome. I personally trade stocks. I'm not a jack of all trade, only master of one. All right, everybody. Listen, thanks for watching. Happy trading. We'll see you in the trading room. And just remember one thing. You have to learn before you earn. And when you log out, don't forget to watch the video that's coming up. You're going to watch a great video of me at the Nasdaq Center teaching Nasdaq Total View. I think you're going to like it, and then register while you're watching it. All right. Happy trading, everyone, and be safe.